Welcome back to Edgework, part of the Hammer Betting Network, presented by FanDuel. I'm Zack Phillips, joined by Alex Moretto and Matt Alber here to break down tonight's games, give out best bets, as well as recap last night's massive card. 12 best bets given out. We finished positive on the night, so we'll dig into all of that. But before we do, you guys know it. Hockey season is in full swing, and with FanDuel, you can turn a little hunch into a true power play. FanDuel has the hottest same-game parlays found on the Parlay Hub. Lace them up and follow your bets with player prop tracking or bet on the fly with the Pulse. Make every NHL watching experience more with FanDuel, North America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers kick off the season with $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just place any $5 bet and you'll get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Please play responsibly. You must be 19 plus, physically located in Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-866-531-2600. That's 1-866-531-2600 or visit connectsontario.ca. Let's start here before we go to games. Last night, tweeted out by the Edgework Twitter account, which for those of you who aren't following, you should be at Edgework HQ, was a video of our very own Matt Alber. Got some camera time last night, Alber. Not bad. Congratulations. We were all very proud of you.
Yeah, the Stars felt bad for us as we blew a 3-0 lead, so they decided to at least give us a little camera time. Yeah, a little late coming off there. Let's just say there's no reason that we should ever be on camera coming off the ice. So, yeah, very, very late. But
so what do you chalk that up to? How can we improve going forward? Because this obviously is an issue.
Is this where we get into like snow shovel per 60 and hustle aspect? Like, yeah, clearly hustling my ass off the ice. Yeah, just kind of lollygagging.
Did you almost fall there? Let's go rewind the tapes here. You see this, Moretto? Watch this.
Not here, no.
Whoa.
That's smile. I knew the camera was there too. Couldn't even contain it. Eh?
So the one that would have been funnier is right when we get off, we have these carpets right there. So it's not even like you guys know the mats that everyone has in locker rooms and stuff. Like it's not the mats. Like we just have carpets. So what happens a lot of the times when we come off the ice is I just slide on the carpet. I don't fall on the carpets, but I usually just like slide right down the carpet. And that would have been funny because right at the end, if it had done that with where they showed the video, it would have just looked like I just ate shit when it was just me.
So did you spot the camera there? Did you spot
no,
the
I had no idea.
Oh, no, you had no idea.
No, I had no idea. I know that there is a camera
like a jackass for no reason.
No, so the backstory on that. So as you can see at the beginning of the video, I'm looking straight to the right. So a buddy of mine was sitting on the glass over there. And on the way off, I looked over at him, and he's holding up his phone like a proud dad. So that's kind of what made me laugh.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You can see me look to the right, getting at that. You see me basically looking back, and that's what it was. But no, we know there's a camera there because they literally stand right in front of us the whole game. But we never expect that. I don't think I've ever seen that shot on TV before. So.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you got some airtime. And not only that, but you also got out there. It was a tweet from Kanish, but I'm not sure where this one originated.
That was from him. Yeah, that was from my buddy on the glass. So that's the exact spot. So that's where you can see me looking at first. Yeah, I like our friend in the back who the purple laces. So basically they got us all these purple laces. We can just get into this now. Get this out of the way. So they got us these purple laces for Hockey Fights Cancer. And rather than ask us what like kind of laces we should get, they just got us these shoelaces. So these aren't even hockey laces. Like these are legitimately just purple shoelaces. Like mine are sparkly and everything. So they ask us like what size and all that, and half the group says 120 because I think that's a pretty popular size. And I guess there were no 120s, so MSG just went ahead and got everybody that asked for 120, 134. So people were like triple knotting and
tie
like
around the ankle too.
Exactly. Yeah. So people were doing that kind of stuff. So people that didn't do that, like my friend Pat in that video, he's like, "Oh shit, am I going to step on these laces when they first get on the ice?" So that's really what it was. It's kind of making sure that he didn't fall on the laces, which actually would have been really funny and not the dumbest thing that he's done on the ice. That would have been last year when he skated into the post, but that's a different story.
Well, I'm glad you got your few minutes of airtime there, Albert. So congratulations on that. Let's get to
a Real Housewives of the Blue Crew or something like that at one point. just an all access behind the scenes look at the Blue Crew.
There could be a reality show from it. There definitely could be a reality show from between the on ice blue crew and like the interactive fan blue crew. There could absolutely be a reality show.
Well, while we're not talking about things that happen with the betting worlds, Twins Picks last night commented, Moretto, how great is ASHL Puck? And he's active in the chat here right now. Is Moretto a stay-at-home D in beer league or a steady forward? I like how they just have implied here there's no scoring ability.
No, and that there's no chance Moretto's a goalie either.
Yeah, well, first off, ASHL Puck is fantastic. Live for it. I play at York. So for me, where I live now, I used to live not too far from there. Now I used to live downtown, so it wasn't a bad drive. Now I live in Innisfil. So like, it's definitely like a longer drive. It's about 45 minutes. We had some heavy snow in Innisfil last night. I know it didn't snow at all in the city. It was but I was like, we had been off for 2 weeks because of Christmas and New Year's. I was like, there was nothing that was going to keep me from going last night. Like I trudged it through some horrible weather for the first like 20 minutes, 30 minutes of my drive to get there. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I am very much a stay-at-home D and a net front presence on the power play. We'll move me up there, stand in front of the goalie, create some havoc in front of the net.
That's some like Zdeno,
which is better than
his Boston career.
Better than me trying to sit around and like snap the puck around from the point on the power play. I do not have a bomb. I have a maybe an accurate wrist shot is the best I would put it. I do not have a good slap shot. I'll shoot for tips. So yeah, throw me in front and just use that long reach on the back end. Just stay at home and keep everything in front of me. That's the way it goes. Just try not to get roasted.
That's respectable. Just
try not to
get every men's league team needs that. Alber, what would you say your game is like? Now we're on it. I'm curious.
Let's put it nicely and say a defensive center. The not nice way to. Yeah, I'm not very talented.
Okay, got it.
Alex Renberg.
No, ever since I was younger. Ever since I was younger.
David Kampf.
Yeah.
I am definitely not the most talented player on the ice. We'll put it at that.
Got it. All right, there you go.
We had a 9:30 game last night, and I know we don't need to dive into men's league stuff, but we had 8 skaters. A lot of guys kind of like canceled late or whatever. We just it was a rough one. We played a team of young kids, and they had like maybe 14. It was 1-1 late in the game. We took a penalty with 8 seconds left. The other team is trying to call a timeout. I literally turned around. I was like, fuck no. Like, are you fucking, you have 20 skaters. We're the ones that are dying. We're not even calling a timeout. Like, get the hell out of here. Let's finish this game up.
Yeah.
Anyway, they did not score in those 8 seconds. I don't know. They wanted to try and draw up some sort of play. Like, this is ridiculous. This is men's league. They did not call timeout. They listened. We took another penalty in overtime, a slashing penalty. Anyways, they ended up scoring. We lost 2-1. Rough. We haven't lost in a while.
No.
I'm hurting. Yeah, it was tough.
Oh.
Yeah, can't talk shit and then lose the game. I was in shambles. I was in shambles.
Yeah, that is tough.
Last night sucked. You're right.
All right, well, let's get to the betting because the betting for us didn't suck. We did have 12 best bets. We finished up on the day 1.93 units here, 15% ROI on the plays that were given out for us. You can track all of that in the BetStamp app as Edgework HQ. And I mean, taking a look at what we had there yesterday, just quickly, I'll run down some of the winners. Let's go through those first, some of the positives. We got Vegas San Jose under 6.5. We got the Flames Ducks under 6 plus 102. Wild money line there, minus 122. We had Tampa money line, Detroit money line, Oilers Bruins under 6, Blue Jackets money line. Those are the ones that won for us yesterday. Moretto, what went right to get some of these winners here?
So, just from the 7 that I gave out, Lightning and Wings ended up being good. The Detroit Ottawa one, the over was not great, I guess, but it was basically like I expected. Low event at 5-on-5. I thought we get a lot of power play and stuff, goals, and we did. We got 3 on the power play. We just didn't have enough power play opportunities, I guess. Too much of the game was played at 5-on-5. I didn't understand the resistance, crazy resistance, like maybe our worst CLV bet of this season on that Calgary Anaheim under, which I talked about being like my favorite under in a while. Like I wanted to hammer that, wanted to go 2 units on that. Like I was very, very much all over that one. I did end up betting it again after it got bet up to 6.5. Like I didn't understand the resistance. Obviously, you start to like second guess yourself when the market moves that heavily against you. And I was very much sitting there second guessing myself, like I'm missing something here. I don't know. It just like that's one of those ones where you can sit back and now like kind of pat yourself on the back and be like, yeah, I think we had the right read and I think the market was wrong. Because it's not just that stayed under, but it also was like a pretty low event game too. And we got just like we expected. Yeah, Calgary generated a little bit more than Anaheim. Anaheim struggled to generate, and Anaheim got the saves. Like we said, they've been getting that 5-on-5 save percentage has been unreal. I didn't see a reason why it wouldn't continue. And yeah, like Connor says in the chat, there was some 6.5 minus 102. Like it was great. I added more at 6.5 minus 105. I could not understand the resistance, the market resistance on that one. So it was nice to see that one get home, because sometimes you can kind of doubt yourself when the market moves that heavily against you. And when you actually like get the wins there, little bit of vindication. The one regret I have is not betting that over in the St. Louis, Minnesota game. I talked about how that can't be 5.5 plus money. Like that was crazy, but I didn't want to be set myself up for pain with those two offenses. Sure enough, that one just sails over. Like that pretty much doubles the total. I regretted not getting it on that one. And then obviously the Flyers game, like losing the Flyers, just bleeding money betting against the Leafs at this point. Probably should stop doing it. Maybe if Owen Tippett could hit an empty net with like a minute left, that would have been okay. Or maybe if Fedotov could make more than like 13 saves, that would have been nice too. But sure enough, neither of those things are possible. So yeah, maybe time to just stop betting against that team.
Alber, looking at yesterday's bets here, there was 5 losers. Not trying to call you out, but on the 5 losers, you were solo on 3 of them, a double on the Flyers there. Moretto was on the Sens Red Wings over 5.5 solo. What went right for you yesterday? What went wrong for you yesterday?
Well, we got a few comebacks in our favor yesterday, or in our/my favor. And the Jackets came back late. The Wild were down. I think I saw either 4-1 or 4-2 at one point in MSG.
Yeah, it was 4-2. They were down.
Like, what the fuck happened here? On the negative side, like the Ducks losing in overtime. Thank you, Jacob Trouba. I'd say the one that Moretto talked about, the bet that he didn't make that he regrets. Mine was that Detroit under. I did really like that, and I think I kind of got scared off it when Moretto talked about liking that over, but I did really like that under. Obviously, didn't play it 2-2 to OT. And then like Flyers and over, yeah, it's just like at this point, just don't expect those to go well when you're side and total in the same game. We talked about that and just how bad that generally goes, and that continued again, but positive night overall.
All right, let's get to tonight's games. Starting here with, well, we've got 4 games here tonight, so we'll dig into each one of these. We'll fire through, and if there's any best bets, we'll get to those. If there's any questions from the chat, we'll also dig into what you guys are bringing up. And I did get DM'd a question yesterday, so I want to ask you guys about that. But let's start with Colorado, Chicago. The Avalanche minus 235, the Blackhawks plus 190, and 6.5 the total, minus 110 on either side. Moretto, go to you here on this one. Is there anything you like tonight?
So I've talked a lot about Avs unders, but I think they're also very, very spot dependent. It's like Florida the other night was a really good spot and we cashed it. I thought that Winnipeg game was a good spot. We did not cash it because of those 2 empty netters. But like those are the type of high profile games where I think they play in these like really tight sort of low event contests. That's where I like to get on these Avs unders. Against these weaker teams, they are just scoring in bunches. 6 against Buffalo, 4 against Utah, 5 against Seattle, 4 against Anaheim and San Jose. Like they're able to kind of run up the score when they want to. Chicago is the worst team of that lot. Like they're bleeding goals right now, allowed 5 per game over their last 7. Underlying numbers really support that. They just can't play defense at all. Goaltending has been mostly bad. Obviously Soderblom put in that good game on Friday, but like outside of that, they've been pretty atrocious. I kind of want to go over here, just given what I think the Avs can do. Like, I think that they could clear this 6.5 themselves if they want to. I liked it more when it was at plus money. It has taken some money over the last hour or so, last couple hours. Like, you were getting plus 105 earlier this morning. Now you're paying like maybe minus 110. So like it a little bit less now. At this point, I did bet. I look, full transparency, I did bet the over 6.5 at plus money. For me to give it out at this number maybe feels a little bit wrong. At this point, I think we'd have to wait to see if you get a Trent Miner start for the Avs.
We are.
Where I think we are. Is it confirmed?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give it out then. That's fine. Because Blackwood has played a bunch in a row, and I figured like with this being the first of a back-to-back, maybe they save Blackwood for tomorrow against the Wild. So that makes sense. The Miners confirmed here. I didn't see that. I must have missed that while we were talking about our beer league heroics. So give me this over. I'm good to go here. I think that Chicago should be able to contribute a couple. And then, I think Colorado can kind of name the score here. I do like this in that case.
We had over 6.5 minus 105 there for you, Moretto, in this Avs Blackhawks game. Alber, any agreements, disagreement? What are you thinking here in this one?
Yeah, I didn't play it. I definitely lean this way. Guy making his first NHL start. I have no idea kind of what to do with this. And the Blackhawks, like, they can't get any offense, and they, like Moretto said, they're bleeding chances, but they also can't get a save from anybody either. But I just don't know if they can score is part of it, right? And if the Avs, we talk about the Avs unders, like if the Avs want to win this game, they can just lead this game dry and win probably 4-1, 4-0 if they want to. And they may want to do that for a rookie making his first start, like especially against a team like Chicago that they know they can hold to very little offense. Like that may be what they want to do to help protect this kid in his first start. So it's just, I don't really know what to expect kind of style wise in this game. So I'm laying off it, but I would lean over if anything.
All right, there you go. One best bet in this game, over 6.5, minus 105. Connor there says, before we move off this game, what about Avs team total over instead?
Yeah. So I typically just like to give out like main market stuff here, which is maybe a flaw of mine. Maybe I should look more into like those, I wouldn't even call it like a specialty market, but yeah, those secondary markets. I have to see what a price is. I haven't looked at a price, but just like based on what this total is and what I can imagine, the team total, it's probably something I would like. Yeah. I don't know if I'm trying to pull up a price here. I don't know if someone has it for me.
Like 3.5 minus 130, give or take.
So like I don't necessarily price that, but like that sounds good to me.
138 there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I prefer that to the over, just with our worry. Like, I don't think any of us are worried if Colorado's going to score. I think our worry is, are they just going to completely tighten it up in front of their own net once they get up a couple of goals and help protect the kid making his first start? So, yeah, if I'm going to bet the over, I would personally bet the team total for Colorado before I would bet that.
Okay. Yeah, let's move to next game here on the schedule. We've got Canucks and Capitals. Vancouver plus 158. Capitals minus 182. 5.5 the total on FanDuel. Minus 134 over, plus 110 under. Albert, any interest in this one?
So when I saw this number, the first thing I thought of was, I think it was yesterday, Moretto talked about like that Canucks price against the Canadiens and how it's just kind of been so out of line compared to some of their other games as of late. Like, this kind of shows it. Like, one game after the Canadiens won, like they're back up to getting plus 170 against the Capitals team that's not even playing very well. To keep it simple, the only way I can look at this number is the Canucks, but that sounds like a disgusting way to spend my night. So I don't have anything on this, but yeah, I mean, and it looks like they just got hit down. Yeah, like it's Canucks or nothing. I just don't want to do it.
Moretto, do you want to?
No, I don't want to do it either. I did bet under in this game though. Again, numbers kind of run a little bit now. You're not really getting a 110 anymore, but that's okay. There's 115s and 117 there. Like, that's fine. I think to 120 is okay. Like, yeah, I agree that it's a really inflated number on the Canucks, but this is like a hard game to price. They've not been playing that bad, the Canucks. Like, they're just obviously there's some dysfunction there and stuff, but like the underlying numbers haven't been that bad. That being said, the schedule's been kind of easy, and it's like harder to gauge where this team is at right now versus this level of competition because we haven't seen them take this step up in a while. Also, a lot of uncertainty on the injury front. Like, Hughes is back, but how healthy is he really? He has that massive brace on his hand. Pettersson's back skating. I don't know if he's ready to return tonight. No one said anything. I know someone in the chat the other day said that he was back on Monday and kind of gave me like a partial heart attack. He was not. It was confirmed that he was. I thought I had missed something at that point. But yeah, no, he was not supposed to be back on Monday. He was not back. I still don't even know if he's gonna be back tonight. I think it's possible. I wouldn't say it's likely though. And then like, is Demko going to be back tonight too? There's talk that he's going to return tonight. He seems to be okay again. Like, escaped any like, real injury from that weird collision with Juleson. So yeah, I don't know. What we do know about the Canucks though is that they really struggle to generate in these matchups, in these steps up in class. But they're also able to get to a good level defensively. They're still kind of capable of like mucking it up and sucking the life out of these games. Hughes being back helps them quite a bit on the back end, obviously. And like, you could argue that he helps them at both ends equally. But I think with that hand brace, you can kind of consider that offensive upside sort of capped as to what he can provide there. I think his ability to handle the puck right now is not quite at the level that we would expect it to be at with him usually. I also still believe the Caps to be a strong defensive team. The schedule hasn't been easy of late, but like in the right matchups, they're very capable of tightening up still. And like, that's how the Canucks need to play. I think that's how Carberry will want to see this team play, especially with the way they've kind of given up goals in the last few games. This is going to be a Logan Thompson start. He's been great. And whether it's Demko or Lankinen, I think both guys just have that sort of high floor at least. So under for me. And yeah, lean towards maybe the Canucks at this number, but like, would want Pettersson and Demko in if I was going to pull the trigger.
Okay, so for an under here, there's a under 6 minus 120. You're good to go on that one there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so we add that. Albert,
so the last thing I kind of have on the Canucks, and I kind of wish we had so money on here to talk about this, is like, so they've obviously kind of hit a bit of a low lately, right? And it's been against a very weak slate of teams. And you do see this oftentimes, like the Rangers have done this so many times over the last 3-4 years, where you play these weaker set of teams and you kind of play down. I have a bone to pick with Sam, but we can get to that after. So like, but you see this where you kind of play this weaker set of teams and okay, you kind of play down to them for a little while. Well, the Canucks schedule is just pulling a 180 right now. Capitals, Hurricanes, Leafs, Jets, Kings, Oilers, next 6 games. Like, immediately goes from playing the worst teams in the league to a bunch of the best ones. So I am curious how much of it is mental in there. And I know there's stuff going on in that locker room, but like, are they kind of able to turn that switch on now? Because I know we've talked about like, okay, there's probably going to be some opportunities to back the Canucks here. If they keep getting these big prices, like I do see that happening a lot kind of in the next few games where we talk about fading Toronto and like Carolina hasn't been overly strong as of late. And it's like, I know the Jets, we are not necessarily believers on. Like, I do think there will be opportunities to bet against them coming up. But I am curious to kind of hear from somebody at some point of like, does he think that this is kind of maybe the wake-up call in the schedule that they need to kind of get out of their funk? Or is it just kind of that they're going to get buried once they start doing this?
We may never hear from Somoni again. He might just be just gone. Like you pulled that move where you disappeared for a while the Rangers were falling off a cliff. You came back, so kudos to you. So Money has been quiet during this little run here. That might be it. Like,
I think so money's been the e-bug for them with Demko injured. I think now with Demko back, he'll be relegated back down to like 5th string or something, and we'll get him back on the show tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman Sports Betting says, love this show. Thank you to anyone else who enjoys it. Make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe here to the channel, Edgework HQ on YouTube. What is this bone to pick with Sam? There's a couple more games.
Yeah, so I get off the ice yesterday after the first period, and one of the first messages I see is from Sam talking about how good the Rangers have been. And I'm like, why would you say that? Like, we're immediately going to blow it. And the first period was legitimately just, we're back. Nope, we suck. So I get off the ice and I'm like, all right, like, you know what? We're up a goal. You still feel okay at least. And then I see that from Sam. I'm like, this is done. Like, we lost. The game's over.
That's pretty hilarious.
It's kind of, yeah. I mean, it's just like, we don't need to get into a long Rangers rant here. Just
No, we don't.
You lead a large part of the game. You played pretty well. Last few years, that's a game you find a way to win. This year, that's a game you find a way to lose.
Alber's face. All right. Let's keep
That's
going
true.
here.
Mike Vivian played the excellent reverse doll right after that. As I go back and look at it, is immediately after 3-0, he just goes Stars dead. Turns out the Stars were not dead.
No, they were not dead.
You know who is dead though? Keandre Miller. He's very dead to me.
Just
What did he do? He went back and said, "I got it," or "I got this" puck to Lindgren, and then immediately gave it up, and the puck's in the back of the net like 10 seconds later for the tying goal. That was iconic.
Yeah, it was like it was under 3 minutes left, and do you want the clip to play, Zach? Here.
I think I saw it.
It was so good.
He literally goes back and gets the puck. He's got like no pressure on him, and he waits for like the forechecker to come in. Then the puck gets tipped, and about 4 seconds later, the puck's in the back of the net. And you just like, as soon as the goal goes in, you just see Panarin just be like, "Dude, what the fuck?" It's been one of those years. Just last couple of years, you find ways to win games that you're leading for a very large portion of it that you play pretty well. This year, you find every way to lose a game.
The clearing attempt goes down the ice. No icing. Under 3 minutes to go.
Waves Lindgren off, which is
with
fine.
250. And the Rangers leading 4-3.
Yep, there you go.
Nice play by Sam Steele for Dallas.
It's right off him.
Didn't telegraph that at all.
No.
Checked by
No.
Miller. Centers.
And then he doesn't take away a pass from the corner right to the slot. And then, you saw right after, Panarin's just like, "Dude, what the fuck?" Last few years, you find ways to win. This year, you find a way to lose.
It is what it is. Panthers, Utah, Florida -140. The Hockey Club +116, 5.5 on FanDuel right now, -130. Over +106. Under Moretto. Panthers, Utah. Any bets for you?
So yeah, just you did not miss the Panthers game, Charles. Maybe they are doing a Rangers impression. I think that is the sentiment though that's out there about the Panthers that is giving us a bargain on them right now in this spot. -125 available. Yeah, that's a bet for me. This is a team that is not getting results right now and is maybe struggling a little bit to put the puck in the back of the net. They're still generating offense. Not worried. The goals are going to come. It's understandable. All this stuff happens. You go through spurts like this throughout a season. There's nothing in their play or their numbers that is concerning here for me. Their schedule has been really tough. Like, they just went back to back with Tampa, the Juggernaut Habs, Carolina, Colorado. Like, that's a lot of good teams in a short span, and they're still creating offense. They haven't necessarily been scoring goals, but they've been creating offense. Defensively, they've been okay. Utah, surprise, surprise, their schedule has gotten tougher, and they're losing games again. The market still loves this team, and I am not nearly aligned with the market on where this Utah team is or how good this Utah team is. So Utah hasn't really taken money yet. Maybe a tad, but not much. I don't know if they're going to continue to take more like Jordan asked. It's possible. I am not going to do what I did with Winnipeg yesterday, though, and wait and miss the boat. I was waiting for a slightly better number on Winnipeg yesterday. Yep. Thought that Nashville would take money like they always do. They did not. In fact, it was Winnipeg who took a bunch of money, missed out on that one, and that was kind of a sweat-free winner. I don't want to make the same mistake here with Florida, so I'm going to fire on this 125. Yeah, I think we're just getting a discount because they've been losing games, but nothing about their play has scared me off of them at all.
For those out there looking, Moretto, like what would be the number that you'd be willing to kind of play this up to?
I would prefer 130 or better, but like I think everyone should be able to get close to that. 135 is maybe, yeah, I think so, right? Yeah, 135 is maybe pushing it a little bit, but like honestly, I think 135 is like, I think this should be around 140, which is where the FanDuel number is. So
Yes.
like maybe a very, very small edge if you're betting the 135s. But like I still think there maybe is a little bit of an edge there. At the 125, 130, like, yeah, I like it quite a bit.
Albert, any thoughts for you on this game right now?
Yeah, complete agreement. Down to the whole market sentiment thing. I think I don't blame anyone who maybe waits and hopes for that, but like Moretto said, is it worth missing the boat when we're already down to minus 125? Maybe not. Like I don't. This isn't one where I look at and go, yeah, like I expect Utah to take money. I don't think they do at this point. Like I think if we were sitting at that 140 number that we believe it should be, okay, I think Utah plus 125 probably. I just don't think they get hit again. I'm not worried about Florida and Utah. Yeah, like every time they're playing better teams, they're getting smashed. When they play the worst teams, they play well. Florida's good. Yeah, I'm in double best bet.
Last game of the night here. Let's go Flames and Kings. Calgary plus 190. LA minus 235. 5.5 total here again. Minus 114 over. Minus 106 under. Albert, go to you to close this one out here for the day. Final game of the night. Do you have any bets for us?
No, I got nothing here. Two teams I know we go like going under with at 5.5 at not even plus money anywhere. Like I'm just not interested in that. No interest in stepping in front of the Kings. Not trying to lay minus 225. So nothing for me.
Moretto?
Yeah, I don't have anything on this one either. Unfortunately, we're not going to go 4 bets in 4 games here. I know there was a comment on our YouTube video yesterday that we passed too much, so I apologize for passing on this game here. But
I apologize if we only had like 17 bets in 10 games yesterday.
Only the 12 bets yesterday in the 10 games. We will do better. But no, I don't have. I wanted to get on an under here again with Calgary goaltending and stuff, but like this will be Vladar, which is like maybe a bit of a drop off, I guess. Even though I still do think he's fine. And the Kings are very much of a 5.5 team, but like this total is priced pretty fairly, I'd say. So just not quite enough for me to get there. And I will say that Kings defensively have dropped off a little bit of late. They're not quite playing just to that same level they were earlier. So just would have needed a better price to get on this one. So I'm just going to pass altogether.
All right, there you go. Passing, guys. Pathetic. Passing. How could we pass on games? We need to have a bet on every side in total, and we need to be
maybe that's the
giving
key.
out every player
Maybe that's
prop.
the key. We won yesterday when we played like every single. Did we have a bet on every single game yesterday?
No, I don't think
we didn't. We had
which games didn't we?
2 bets in multiple games though. We had like 2 bets in the Flyers game. We had 2 bets in the Detroit game. There was definitely other.
Are you sure we had? Are you okay? Nashville, Winnipeg. We didn't have anything.
Yeah, you had the under in that.
Did I? Oh, I totally forgot. Yeah. So we had a bet on every game.
No, we only had we couldn't have possibly had a bet on every game.
There were 10 games yesterday.
Jackets
we had 12 bets.
We had 12 bets, but we
Oilers
had
under. Did I not play the Rangers? I didn't play the Rangers on here yesterday.
No, we didn't have a bet on the Stars Rangers game.
No.
That was the only game we didn't have a bet on.
Yeah. Yeah, so that wasn't crazy. I was close. I wanted to bet the Rangers. That's why I thought we did. Yeah.
Well, also, okay, no, there's some, there was 2.
It feels like yesterday Alber was like, no interest here. No interest here. Like 30 times in a row for like 4 straight days.
What was the other game we didn't?
Just the one.
Well, I'm looking here.
Yeah, it had to be just
Is it just the one?
Yeah.
Well, because we had Anaheim money line and we had Flames and Ducks.
Yeah,
so that was
we had
2
2
and
bets
1.
in that game.
We had the under.
We had 2 in the Flyers
game and 2 in the Wings game. So there's the 3 extra bets.
Right.
And there was 10 games, so 9.
Got it.
We bet on 9 games. Yeah. We had Jackets. We had Oilers, Bruins under. We had nothing in Stars. Then we had Wings and over.
Math
Lightning,
was not
Flyers and over.
working in my head.
Wild.
Yeah.
I like Sam saying that
Right.
Trouba would never make that mistake. Like he didn't somehow one up Keandre Miller's turnover last night.
I think that was
like we haven't had haven't had to watch. Yeah, I know. And like we haven't had to watch multiple years of a Miller Trouba pairing itself. So yeah, fun times.
Okay.
Rangers,
let's go with goal scorers.
Yeah.
The no goal was a massive flop yesterday.
Oh my god.
Could not have
That
been
was
more
the
of a
one
flop.
if you reversed it. That was the one.
Yeah,
Did they all score?
I think it was 4 for 4. Yeah.
So
Wow.
FanDuel, very sharp with their player props. They were showing an edge, a significant edge on no goal for all those players, which means that there was, negative edge on goal for those players. Maybe you see what numbers FanDuel is shaded towards for goal scorers, and you go bet those guys at better prices to score elsewhere. That's why it pays to have a FanDuel account no matter what.
Yes, confirmed. Okay, let's get to let's get to the goals. Let's get to goal scorers. Yeah, we got to do the Costanza here. If everything we do is wrong, then the opposite would have to be right. So we'll just do the opposite of what we would do. If we're gonna bet someone a goal score, well, let's flip it and bet them a no. If we're gonna bet them a no, we'll flip it and we'll bet them a yes.
All right, we're gonna start betting Mika's advantage at no every night.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, we're not gonna do that.
Did you see the Ryan Whitney tweet? That was like he quote tweeted the
Zibanejad,
Canucks
Miller.
turned down Miller for Spanish.
Yes.
He's like, I heard the Avs also turned down Kulak for Makar.
Yeah.
One of our buddies last night was talking about that, and he was like, "Yeah, I think I'd get turned down if I asked Jennifer Aniston out too." Like, I'm like, is that really the comparison you're gonna make there? But you know what? Yeah, no shit, the Canucks turned that down.
Not far off.
I don't think the Oilers are gonna take McDavid for Rempe either. So, damn, it's a shame.
Oh, yeah, that's too bad. Okay, goal scorers. What should we do here? How are we gonna
one in each game.
navigate this?
4 games, one in each.
Or we go like a crazy Avs.
Should we just
SGP.
SGP the Avs game?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's do that. Let's go. How do we want to approach this? Let's go let's pick a goal scorer.
Not me. I don't do any SGP.
So add the
first
overs
period, last goal scorer.
Do we want to go? Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Do we want to go over or do we want to go team total over? I think over probably here, right? Over 6.5.
Will it let us do the team total plus player props together?
Well, we're gonna find out.
I'm still working on finding a team total here. Oh, there we go.
I think it will.
Avalanche total goals.
Yeah, it will.
Could go over 3.5 and over 6.5. I know.
Yeah.
That's not the. I mean,
Ross,
it's kind
I
of
like Ross
whatever. Like, it's not.
This is very I feel like this is very correlated, which is probably not the best way to build an SGP. But also I.
Do we go full Pizzola and just build an anti-correlated one?
A player on the Blackhawks to score. Avs money
with
line.
the Avs team total or Blackhawks team total under, Avs over, and a Blackhawks goal scorer.
Oh my god, no! We just want goals.
Just go full Pizzola with that, with the negative correlation.
No, we do. We just want goals. Okay.
What if we do an alternate total here, like over 7.5? Can you do that in SGP?
I think so.
Let's find out.
Let's go back. Alternate total. Yeah,
you can.
Over 7.5.
Click that.
Ross Colton goal.
Yeah. I gotta get rid of this. Never mind. Yeah.
We got a Ryan Donato.
I like
having that. Do a Ryan Donato?
I like having the Avs puck line in there too.
Okay, sure. Ryan Donato. Yeah, sure. Let's go Donato. Jesus, man. Okay. and
then add puck line.
Yeah.
Okay. $10 pays 519, almost 520. 52 to 1
Did we
there.
just lock in an Arvid Soderblom shutout tonight?
He's not even starting, so we did not.
He's not even. Yeah, he's not allowing any goals. So you're correct.
He is not being scored on tonight.
The alt over 7.5. Ross Colton anytime. Ryan Donato anytime. And the Avs -1.5.
This is the one.
This is the one. Kay there had
This
agreed
is
with
the
you.
one.
Ryan Donato as well. So we're good. All right, this is the one. This is the one. Definitively.
We gotta hit
this
one.
is the one. Now this is the one. This is
Did,
the year of confidence, and this is the fucking one.
Did
Yeah.
they hit one on Hit the Books this year?
No, but they were round robin.
We gotta hit one. We
They were
gotta
close
hit one.
on a number of them too.
Yeah, they were like 3 for 4 on a couple.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't think
All right.
we've hit 3 out of 4 on one of those.
No, I think we
On
went
a
2 for
goal
4. That was the
scorer?
best on the goal scorer. I think we had
I
3
think we
for
went
5 on a goal scorer.
Yeah, we went 3 for 5.
Yeah. Okay. Here's our best bets. We got 3 for tonight. We've got Colorado, Chicago over 6.5 minus 105. We've got Vancouver, Washington under 6 minus 120, and we've got the Panthers money line minus 125. Those are the 3. And then as per our SGP that you guys just saw pull up on the screen there, we've got over 7.5. This Colorado, Chicago. Sorry, over 7.5 alternate total goals. Ross Colton anytime, Ryan Donato anytime, and the Avs puck line minus 1.5. Those are the best bets for tonight's game. If you did enjoy the show here today, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel, Edgework HQ, follow us on the BetStamp app so you can see all of our picks. BetStamp in the BetStamp app is at Edgework HQ there as well. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in today. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time for more picks and previews. Thanks for watching as always. See you guys then. Enjoy the games tonight. Good luck on your bets.